Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin. We've got a CoinsKid cruise. So on the DXY right now, one thing we're getting is a lovely little bounce on the DXY. Now this is really important. I don't think a lot of people pay attention to this because this kind of gives the game away for me. I think that if we start to come up here, okay, and we start to get through these EMAs, that is incredibly bearish for crypto. And I think we will see new lows basically. So I'm trying to find any kind of warning shots, any kind of warning signs or signals in charts, whether it's, Bitcoin, XRP, Chainlink, whatever, just any kind of confluence in other charts to kind of guide us on this journey that we're in this crypto space. Okay, so I think really bearish statement for crypto would be the EMAs. Okay, taking these out as resistance on the DXY, getting back above them would be really negative for crypto. We're not doing it yet. You can see clearly we sort of coming down. This is a technical target that I've had for a very long time since we broke down here. We are losing the EMAs, so this is technically good, and this is why you're seeing a lovely little impulse on crypto. Okay, because this is inversely correlated. As this breaks down, this is good for crypto. Okay, it's never not been. I'm going to go back in time and show you, but right now what we're getting for the DXY, which is really, really bullish for crypto, and not a lot of people are looking at this. Okay, but obviously we need to see the follow through, we need to see this resistance, we need to see the drop. Okay, because you are coming down to a key level of support. I'm going to show you everything I see, okay, on the DXY and Bitcoin today. So just there, if we can remain under these EMAs over the next few months and then drop bullish for crypto, I think you're looking at an impulsive move to the upside, and I think that pretty much whatever you buy, you're going to see appreciation in the crypto markets. Okay, but I want to see the confirmation. I want to see certain things in the charts before I can sort of give you that sort of forecast going forward. Okay, so just there, breaking down below the EMAs, turn them into resistance is good for crypto, okay? But obviously, coming back above these EMAs on support is bad for crypto, and I think we'll see new lows, and it really is that simple, okay? So getting back above the EMAs here could be an indication of new lows before we see new lows in crypto. This is what I'm trying to say to you, okay? And it could be a massive short opportunity if we start to see closes above these EMAs on the weekly time frame. And I'm going to go through this with you because I think what we've got here, we've got the earliest warning shot I can find in the DXY, which is basically, the earliest impending warning shot of an impulsive move for crypto to the upside and a potential big bullish move, okay, is this def cross here. This is the 8 EMA crossing the 55 EMA on the weekly. We got the close last week and we've actually put the def cross in. I think the most ultimate signal we can find here is this yellow line crossing the red line. If we start to see that, and this is just hitting this and coming down, then this here, for the remainder of the year going forward is just going to be a really good time and a good opportunity in crypto, and it really is that simple. So if we take a look at the historical data here for the DXY, again, just remind you, getting back above these EMAs, seeing closes above them is bearish for crypto. Turn this into resistance, which is exactly what it's doing right now. You're coming down. Def crosses is good for crypto. Really is that simple. So if we go back, I think what we're doing, we've got some kind of symmetry here with 3-year cycle. We've got this def cross here, dropped. Def cross here, dropped. And the ultimate def cross signal that we're looking for, the confirmation of an impulsive move to the upside for crypto, is the yellow line crossing the red line. Okay, the yellow line crossing the red line. Now, if we go back, we got the breakout here. Okay, and we fell back to support, and you can clearly see we've got another little def cross just there. Okay, but what we did, we never got the 10 and 55 def cross. We repelled it. So we came down and we got the def cross on the 8 and the 55, which is what we're getting right now. The earliest warning shot, okay, was just there in May 2017, and it came down, continued, def cross, confirmation, see you later. Big corrective move for the DXY. Again in 2020, got the earliest warning sign, which I'm showing you right now, was a def cross on the 8 and 55, came down a few months later, we got the 55 and the 20 cross. And this is what we're looking for confirmation of the big correction here, and the big potential impulsive move for crypto. Now, if we look here, we've got some kind of little fake out. We've got the 8 crossing the 55, beautiful W bottom. As soon as we started to get back above these EMAs and close back above these EMAs, that was an indication, this was putting another impulsive move to the upside, taking out the high, and this was a bad time for crypto. We've never seen any kind of impulsive move there. It's only when this breaks down you see the big impulsive moves to the upside. You understand? So again, that year was 2017. We move forward to 2020, and right now, 3 years later, in this kind of 3-year cycle, we are putting in a def cross again on the 8 and 55 EMA, with the potential of a def cross on the most important def cross I think that we can see here in the DXY, which is really bullish for crypto, is the 20 and the 55. So if we see that, I have to declare that you're looking at an amazing potential upside impulsive move, and I'm going to show you why. If we go to the top left up there, there's a plus signal. It means compare or add symbol, okay? So what I'm going to do is drop the XRP chart into this chart. So compare symbol, I've already got XRP in there, but you can type it if you want, and then go to new price scale. So that drops the XRP price tag. I know this is a Bitcoin video, but I can show you the impulsive move off XRP just there. So if we go back in time, you can clearly see we've got the def cross. XRP had ramped up into that as well, and then it sort of got the def cross confirmation. XRP went sideways, but because we got the confirmation there, a beautiful def cross without getting back above these EMAs, it was pretty much confirmed that any buying XRP down here at any level was a great opportunity for a big impulsive move. And you can clearly see that when this did break down and as it began to bottom, this is where XRP topped. Okay, so if we look at 2020 leading into 2021, you can clearly see here we've got the def cross. A few months later, look at that ramp up there for XRP. It was just confirmation of a big impulsive move to the upside. So this is what we're looking for, you know. And these are things I need to see in the charts before I can get really bullish. And, you know, again, history shows us it doesn't happen overnight. We don't get the big impulsive move immediately. So, you know, as soon as you get that def cross, it's just a good level to enter XRP or Bitcoin or whatever for the potential ramp up as the DXY breaks down. So again, we move to the left just there. You know, if we take a look at this signal, amazing signal, enter XRP at that point, you know, just accumulation for the big ramp up, the big sort of mania rally here that I think is yet to come, potentially in crypto, and especially, you know, for Bitcoin and XRP. So if we're looking forward to something, it's that. It's that yellow line crossing the red line. If we start to see that, for me, there'll be no turning back. I think XRP and I think Bitcoin, I think all the crypto projects, wherever you enter them in accumulation stage, you've got the confirmation of a big sort of ramp up there for them particular projects. Okay, so that's basically a bit of analysis on the DXY. We've not got it yet, so we can't get too excited. You know, the one thing that DXY is doing here is falling back to key support on the monthly time frame. Let me show you. So if we look at the DXY on the monthly, we are currently finding support on the monthly 20. Now this close is coming in hot. We've literally got 6 days, 15 hours. If we start to see the DXY coming down and losing the 20 EMA support, I think your next target is a 55. Well, clearly, if we see that, that gives the projected target of def crosses in the DXY, which is really bullish for crypto. At the minute, it is finding support, so what we don't want to see is a big bounce and getting back above these EMAs on the monthly, and most importantly, we don't want to see these EMAs on the weekly time frame turned into support again, okay? Because you can clearly see, if I move to the left, once we broke down, we never got back above. It's only when we started to close back above these EMAs, it indicated the reversal just there, back above 20. Do you see that? So, you know, we need to see them turn into resistance basically going forward. So I hope you enjoyed that update. I'll dive into the Bitcoin chart right now and see what I can see, okay? So with Bitcoin on the 4-hourly time frame, there's a couple of patterns that might begin to emerge here I need to show you. And obviously, like I've always taught you, you know, over time, the patterns emerge, and, you know, it's all about support and resistance. You get price compression leading to expansion and things like that. I think taking out this white line would be bullish for Bitcoin. I think starting to come down, close below this support that you've got right now would be bearish. And I think you've got some kind of double top drop scenario here, and a potential ABC correction that will begin to come down would have to hold a key level support for the continuation of this breakout, basically. Okay, so you are running into a bit of a brick wall here. We have got some kind of double top at the minute like this, okay, but it could actually be some kind of flag. Let me show you. So you've ramped up like this, and you're consolidating in a flag before breaking again. So I think a really bullish statement for Bitcoin would be taking out this white line of resistance. So come to your charts, okay? If you start to see Bitcoin taking this out, I think you've got a long in front of you, and you potentially got some kind of bull flag. So if we go from there all the way down to the previous level of consolidation, if this is the case, then you will be looking at a bull flag breakout for Bitcoin, and I think you could have a lovely little long all the way up to that green line, which is around about 25k, and that for me would be the end, you know, of a potential impulsive wave 1 before we come in for a big wave 2. But I think at that point you're absolutely confirming a breakout and a potential bottom scenario for me, because you would be looking at a breakdown in DXY, you know, which is inversely correlated. So this is a bullish case. I think that you know, if it starts to break up and you break this white line here on your 4-hourly chart, you've got to come to your charts and draw these resistance points, because you know, you could be looking at a beautiful long opportunity of around about 9.76% for Bitcoin, and I do think it really would be putting in the confirmation statement of a bottom at that point. Okay, so the negative scenario, and again, I've not got a crystal ball, I can't guarantee what's going to happen. You are kind of flagging here, coming back like this. Okay, break this resistance, see you later. You're on that green line, in my opinion, where I do think you've got a big ABC potential wave 2. Okay, and we'll look at all those targets if and when that happens. Okay, so just there, the bearish scenario is the fact that we are putting in a double top drop scenario, which I think could be really bearish. bearish, okay, and could lead potentially to the DXY coming up above those EMAs like I'm talking to you about, and obviously, you know, Bitcoin starts to come down and loses its EMAs, and these are things we're sort of looking for, you know, warning shots in the charts to impulsive moves to the upside or downside. So it's all about support and resistance. At the minute, we do look like we're flagging a little bit. If we break that, fantastic, but if we do start to break down here, okay, and we start to come down, I think your minimal target is the 4 hourly 55, and if we start to really break down, you've got your double top drop scenario that I've spoken about a few years I do apologize, a few days ago, in a double top drop scenario at this point of resistance. This is the exact point of resistance where Bitcoin has been putting in the double top drop. Let's move up the stairs here. Let me show you on a 4 hourly time frame. You know, every time we've sort of come up into this range, we're putting this double top drop scenario. So I think, you know, like I said to you, consistent closes below these EMAs, def cross on the 4 hourly time frame could indicate a big corrective move here, which could actually be an impulsive move to the upside. So we need to keep an eye on it, okay? If we start to put something like this, double top drop, we'll see you later, because that's where we got a double top drop way back in March last year before coming down and putting another impulsive move to the downside. And if we look at the all-time high here for Bitcoin, you know, this is the third time right now we're on this trend line. So you've got your double top drop way back there in November, start to get under the EMAs, def crosses, see you later, big impulsive move to the downside. So if we start to see all that for Bitcoin, you know, over the next sort of few days here, a big double drop top and a potential def crosses on the 4 hourly time frame, then you could be looking at another impulsive move to the downside. So, you know, like I said to you, no one can see into the future. You know, we can all say the bottom's in, we can all say it's not in and things like that, but it's all about support and resistance. You know, for me, I would love this to break out, because I think this breakout here would confirm this is a massive wave one off the low since November, and I think that at this point you're going to come in for your ABC. If it holds support potentially on this neckline like that and it goes again, this wave is a massive powerful wave 3. It's going to be absolutely explosive, you know, but with that we want to see the DXY breaking down and turning those weekly EMAs into resistance, basically, you know, and def crosses. We're getting a warning shot, like I said to you, on the 8 and 55. Now if this does break out, you know, you do want to go to Bybit or PrimeXBT, it's entirely up to you. I would look to go long at this point with my stop loss on a previous swing low. If this does start to come up, I think you've got a minimal 9% long in front of you up to 25k, which I expect is a major level resistance going forward for Bitcoin, okay? And obviously, equally, if this does start to break down right now and you start to lose this trend line, okay, come to your charts, draw these trend lines, okay? If you do start to break down, I think you've got a minimal target here all the way down to the 4 hourly 55 EMA, around about 3.13%, where I do think you'll see a bounce at that point, okay? So anyway, hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. And remember, you can trade all this on Bybit, go long, go short, spot buy, whatever you want to do, and PrimeXBT. Amazing sign-up bonuses. The links are in each and every single video description. It's crunch time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.